folks. I got my Doritos, I got my notes. Let's do this. I certainly didn't think we would have to keep addressing this, but here we are. I said what I wanted to say in my original video, and I think the point was made. But some of it I feel like fell on deaf ears. Every day I am waking up to screen grabs, screenshots that other people are DMing me, sending me stuff, is posts filled with personal attacks and insults, and most of it has nothing to do with what I actually said. And it is very obvious that I definitely struck a nerve, and it sent some people spiraling. But look, I stand by what I said. I broke down how there's a fine line between being a filmmaker and a YouTuber. That's all the message I was trying to send. Because remember, I was talking about people that stated they wanted to be full-time YouTubers. These brand deals are pretty common knowledge. If you just look at the comments of the video, a lot of people were just stating that I said things that they were already thinking. I didn't exactly blow the lid off of anything, so I wasn't expecting such an intense reaction. And look, I acknowledge that some people have said that I didn't need to use actual YouTubers' names. And okay, I will admit, maybe I was wrong for that. Maybe it looks like I'm purposely throwing specific people under the bus. And I understand why some people would look at that as poor taste. However, I wasn't making some narrative of my own. I was just observing and then displaying the information that I was observing. And in fact, I went out of my way to compliment all of these individuals. And in the same token, admitted that I myself was guilty of all of these things, because I myself am a YouTuber, clearly, and even dragged my own self. So regardless of how you feel about all of that, me, honestly, I'm not sure how this... And we've seen guys like Cam Mackey admit to us in a live stream a couple years back how he was setting out to be a full-time YouTuber. That was words out of his mouth.
I have countless of videos that there's partially stuff filmed for it. There's stuff where I'm trying to get sponsors for it just because I'm trying to go more full-time with the YouTube stuff.
Does he actually genuinely believe in this product like he says he does? There's that little critical part of me that's going, yeah, but he's in cahoots with these guys.
These are the numbers you would need to actually make a full-time living off of ad revenue alone. This is what I'm talking about, guys. The camera world is too small to do that. That's why they all have to make these gear videos and push the gear. It's not just about subscriber count alone. It's the view count.
Turned into this.
If you ever met me, you would regret saying these things. All respect for justice. He dressed up as virtue singer, a washed-up 40-year-old who never learned to take a...
Washed up.
You need therapy, bro. If you lack that, he thinks he's superior and deserves... Get a therapist, bro. Dragging others just making shit up to build up his...
Never be dishonest with myself.
He's gonna enjoy playing victim and getting views to about the house. A bitter 40-year-old man trying to act like Justin, thinking I know it all, thinking I'm spiraling from all these insecure, pedo-looking haters. No dog shit production. No midlife crises. He'd rather blame his hard work and unlikability on others and the internet.
So much Cam Mackey.
And look, I understand people being annoyed, but let's be real. Don't you think loading a gun on camera and pointing it at said camera is a little bit of an overreaction? And hey, it's really easy to be unhinged when you have a lot of backup. And in fact, here's Cam's YouTube manager, friend, encouraging his crazy behavior. I saw the original 35-minute cut and holy shit, Cam is a genius. So, let's talk about Crater, the influence marketing service run by Armando. On their website, Crater emphasizes empowering creators by handling brand deals, managing logistics, and connecting influencers with opportunities. They position themselves as a bridge between influencers and brands, orchestrating partnerships and campaigns to help creators thrive, creators such as Cam Mackey. It's an impressive operation, no doubt, but most of this empowerment is centered around marketing and securing brand deals. So let me make this statement right now, okay? I am not saying that any of this is a bad thing. More power to them. As we all know, this has become a pretty common practice amongst all YouTubers, no matter what the genre or niche is. It's just where the influencer marketing is at right now. So let's just peruse around on the Crater website more, and let's see what's actually going on here, because there is a space where you can sign up for their waitlist if you are a content creator yourself. But what I find most interesting is look down here all the way at the bottom. Would you like to be considered for our fully managed service, Creator Core? Managers. And now the flip side to that, what if I'm a brand? Here's the Crater brand interest form. Okay, let's check this out. What is the primary focus for your campaign? Branding, views, reach. How many views would you like to get with our videos we're going to create for you? Conversions, clicks, attributable sales. How much money are these brands looking to make with these videos that Crater's going to make for them? And look, I'm not saying any of this Crater stuff is bad. All I'm saying is that it exists. I just don't understand why people are getting so upset that I'm saying these practices exist. This is going on. So let's see if we can dig around on the Creator website and look at some examples and see if we can figure it out. Take this Blackmagic Pixis collaboration as an example. Creator, it would appear, has facilitated this entire campaign where several of their contracted influencers, what it appears to be all people on their website, received cameras and made collaborative videos showcasing its features. That's according to Creator's own website, okay, where it's listed as a case study. Many of these influencers disclose that they got the camera from Blackmagic Design, which is great, but as far as what I've seen, hardly anyone mentioned the name Creator in their videos. So here's the issue, okay? When an agency like Creator coordinates a campaign, arranging for influencers to receive products or payment in exchange for content creation, that facilitation creates a financial relationship. According to the FTC, okay, so now we're going to get super nerdy here. Those kinds of connections, called material connections, need to be disclosed. So here we go. This is from ftc.gov. If you endorse a product through social media, your endorsement message should make it obvious when you have a relationship, material connection with the brand. A material connection to the brand includes a personal, family, or employment relationship or a financial relationship, such as the brand paying you or giving you free or discounted products or services. The FTC explains that any relationship that could affect the credibility of an endorsement, including financial relationships, must be disclosed to audiences. So, is simply stating Blackmagic sent me this and I get to keep it, I guess? Is that a sufficient disclosure when an entire third-party agency has coordinated the campaign? I don't know, guys. It definitely seems like a really gray area to me. Many of these influencers disclose that they did in fact get the camera from Blackmagic Design, which is good. It's important to be upfront about that. But as far as what I've seen, hardly anyone mentioned the name Creator in their videos. And I'm not sure anyone disclosed Creator was the one coordinating this whole effort. And if they didn't coordinate the whole effort, then why is it on their website presented as a case study? But why does this matter, okay? Well, because not disclosing these relationships creates confusion for audiences and observers like me. Viewers see influencers promoting a product, and they assume it's an organic recommendation. But behind the scenes, okay, there could be contracts, obligations, or even specific stipulations about what the influencer needs to say. Because Creator is a marketing agency. Well, at least that's how they're advertising themselves on LinkedIn and all over the website. That lack of transparency for my audience would cause them to retaliate and disappear. It essentially destroys trust, okay? Not just for the individual influencer, but for our industry as a whole. People that are so proud to be a part of this industry. But now we're just being hit with these videos that actually are ads. I come from the acting world. I had a management team. Guess what? I gotta give them a cut of everything I make. I go make 20 grand on a commercial, while my managers get 10%, my agents get 10%. People are getting paid here. Otherwise, Creator's not just doing this for the hell of it. It's a business. The whole point of my first video in the first place. Filmmakers on YouTube is a business. So this raises bigger questions. Were there stipulations in the Creator contracts about how the camera should be presented? And if so, why wasn't any of that disclosed? Again, it's presented on the Creator website as a case study. Proof of what they can do for brands. And this isn't just like I'm the rule police here, okay? It's not just about following rules. It's about being fair to your audience, who deserve to know the full context of the endorsements they see, aka your videos. I do not think that what Creator is doing is malicious or maybe not even intentional, but these kinds of oversights blur the line between genuine content and sponsored promotion, paid for advertisements. And they're making it really hard for the audiences to know who to trust. Transparency isn't just a nice-to-have thing, okay? It's essential to maintaining credibility in influencer marketing. This is the future of camera people on YouTube. Wouldn't we like to keep it a little authentic? These are just my observations, okay? Because last time I made observations, held the mirror up to the reality, and everyone lost their minds. But look, this is me just observing it, looking at it from the outside, okay? So maybe Crater was not involved in any of that. Maybe these people are just such big fans of Armando that they just said, yes, put this on the Crater website as a case study. Either way you look at it, it's lacking transparency. If they're just huge fans of Armando and they want to help him out with his new business, that's not being transparent to the brands, right? Because to the brands, if I was a brand looking at the Crater website, I'd go, oh, look what Black Magic did with them. But if that's not the case, if that was just a coffee review video that now he's donated to the Crater website, that's not a true case study. Should we look up the definition of case study? On websites, advertisements are sometimes referred to as case studies because they aim to present a detailed analysis of a specific marketing campaign, showcasing its strategy, execution, and successful results. We all know that brand deals happen. Brands reach out to me all the time. I'm not saying it has anything to do with that. All I'm saying is that it's not disclosed to us how those deals were brought into fruition. Because Crater, to me, again, as an observer, as just someone looking at the website, to me, it would appear that Crater set up these brand deals. Well, wouldn't we want to know that as audience? And especially if Crater is acting like a true management marketing team, then they're getting paid. Well, now it's literally a paid ad. All I'm saying is we don't know the extent as to how the brands are involved. How much are the brands influencing what these content creators are saying and doing in their videos? Because that is how the commercial world works. The brands control all. And if these brands are paying Crater to essentially make ads for them, which is what it appears to be, again, these are case studies, it appears like these are all paid ads. But that's not being disclosed to the audience. Again, this is a huge problem with transparency, or a lack of transparency, because we just don't know what the hell is going on. So perhaps when I come on and make a video and talk about how I'm observing how YouTubers, aka filmmakers, are earning money, it would seem that the reason it gets such an unhinged, psychotic response is because, frankly, it probably highlights something that they don't feel very good about. You know, or maybe they're right. Maybe I'm just a massive hater, the 50 Cent of the YouTube world, which, hey, that's a compliment I'll take any day of the week. Maybe they'd say, he's just mad because Armando thinks he sucks and he didn't want them in their special club. I can't change your mind about me, okay? And honestly, that's okay. I don't want you to change how you feel about me, right? I love people talking about me. I do. But if you think all of this is a good look for your sponsors, I'm talking to you, Hollyland, Condor Blue, Blackmagic Design, Blazar Anamorphics, at&t, Canon, B&H, every brand on the Crater website. Are you okay with that kind of behavior? And more than that, are you okay with the head of Crater endorsing that type of behavior? Then keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna stick to doing hardcore reviews where companies never talk to me again. I'm gonna stick to breaking down how I go and light and work on my ultra low budget projects that no one gives two shits about, making my honest observations of how I view the industry as a whole, and specifically the YouTube community that I'm a part of, whether you like it or not, baby. I'm a part of it, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. I don't have Armando to answer to, I don't have any brands to answer to. I'm my own producer. I'm broke as fuck. I'm gonna stick doing what I do. A working man, a blue-collar man with no parents, no trust fund, all by myself. The whole reason I got onto YouTube back in January of 2019 was because I thought it would be interesting to take everyone on my journey from transitioning from being an actor to stepping behind the camera and what that feels like and what's going on. You've all been on, if you've been here from the beginning, you've seen me evolve. Some of us actually are evolving. So I'm gonna keep doing that. And I love sharing all of it with my audience. Because personally, I think that's what my audience deserves, and honestly, I think that's what every audience deserves. I'm done.
But I think it just goes to show, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.